Shreveport Police Detective Corporal Marcus Hines. Hey, Mr. Marcus, how are you this morning?
Good morning. I'm fine. How are you?
Good. Marcus, we have a tragedy in Shreveport, East Washington. An elderly woman is murdered in her home. Tell us about the circumstances, what you know right now.
Well, Aaron and Rob, I can tell you it's really sad news coming out of Anderson Island this morning. An 82-year-old female, and she has been identified as Kathleen Cates of Shreveport, was slain at some point yesterday inside her home. Now, we received a call from 911 at about 8:20 p.m., and as officers arrived on the scene, Miss Cates was located inside of her residence, and she was unconscious and not breathing. Now, we have not identified any suspect or suspects in the crime, but what we can tell you is that in speaking with neighbors and community members, there was a male and female spotted at Mrs. Cates' home doing yard work, and they were the last that we know to have seen Miss Cates alive. Now, those two persons have not been identified, and we do know that Miss Cates' car, a 2005 Honda Accord, has been stolen, and so we are looking for that car right now, and it's a tan-colored vehicle that we're looking for from all across the country. So we put that location out along with the vehicle license plate for people to try to find that vehicle.
Mr. Marcus, Aaron had said something a couple of seconds ago that I don't know if you can verify or not, or if you would know or not, that they came to her door looking to do, hey, we might be on tough times. Can we help you rake your yard, something like that, and that she let them into her home out of kindness?
That's the information we're getting. We can't confirm that information, but when we start to talk about a case like this, you're talking about a true victim. And when I say true victim, what we mean is we're not talking about someone who has any indication that they were involved in any illegal activity, any drug use or anything like that. The only thing that it appears that Miss Cates was involved in was being a nice lady. And
not one of those she knew. It's not a family relationship or anything like the typical murders in Shreveport. They know each other, right?
This does not appear to have those tones. The information that we're gradually gathering suggests that these people came to Miss Cates' home looking to do yard work, and it appears that she agreed to allow them to do that work. And but again, before we delve too far into that, we've not been able at this point. And I will say that we have investigators who are working around the clock. We are utilizing all available resources to locate the person or persons responsible for such a heinous crime. So, while we do know that there was a male and a female seen at her home, we've not yet identified them as suspects. We're definitely looking for them. We do want to speak with them and see what they can provide, any information that they can provide, but we're not naive enough to think that there may not be some connection there.
Marcus, based on your experience seeing a lot of stuff over a lot of years, in your opinion, and I know it's just speculation, is this one where it's like we're going to kill this woman, or does this look like a robbery that sort of went off the rails?
Well, I can't speak on that because at that point we'd be, giving out information that our investigators kind of want to maintain the integrity of at this point. But you're talking about an 82-year-old female, okay, who's not going to fight with you.
See, that was going to be my point. How tough a fight could she possibly put up?
Well, that's the question. But apparently there was some cowardice on the part of the perpetrator or perpetrators of this crime. I mean, whoever perpetrated this crime represents the absolute worst amongst us.
Marcus, what can you tell us about her wounds? We're hearing that maybe she was stabbed in the neck, multiple stab wounds. What do you know?
Well, again, that information is something we simply cannot divulge at the moment. We can state she was stabbed. There will be an autopsy conducted by officials at University Health. and that information is something that they would have to release. But again, because of the integrity of the investigation, specifics like that we simply can't release.
Live alone? I understand her daughter found her. Is that accurate? And does she live alone?
Well, she was located by a family member. Now, the exact relationship, Aaron, I do not know. But we received a call from a family member who located Miss Cates inside her home. And while she did often have family members come over and visit, we do believe that she resided in the residence alone.
I don't know if you have this in front of you. How many? What's our number now? I know we topped the 30 mark. I don't know if you have it in front of you. I don't either.
I don't have those numbers in front of me right now, Aaron. That's some information that I can gather for you later on in the morning, and I'll give you guys a shout back. But what we want the public to know at this point is that Miss Cates and her family, her family is experiencing a tough time right now. The residents who knew her in that area, they're concerned, and we're equally concerned. And we're not going to stop. We're not going to rest. We are not going to give an inch until we locate those persons responsible for stealing the life of this woman. This is such a tragedy. Not only simply because of the manner, but the fact that you exploited someone's kindness. You took advantage of someone who was willing to help. It appears that this was a woman who was merely attempting to help someone, and it cost her everything. So again, not identifying any suspects at this point, but we are looking at what we know to be facts at this point.
And keep your eyes peeled for her gold Honda Accord, license tag NKL858, correct?